Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world beyond magic and miracles. And another glorious day. I say this every broadcast, but Santa Barbara in particular is a very magical place. The weather is divine, and it's just lovely everywhere. There's purple flowering trees everywhere at the moment, called jacarandas. I'd never heard of them until I got here. So welcome back to those of you that are so wonderfully with us every broadcast, 3 times a week, with Barbara on Sunday and David on Friday, and of course me on Wednesdays. And my message was simple in the invitation for today's broadcast. Simply enjoy the simplicity of life. That's what this particular time in human history has certainly allowed us to do more, as most of us were not allowed to go back to work. Slowly, those restrictions are starting to lift, but it's been an amazing time. And I know that everyone's different, and what I want to blanket the world with is the message, enjoy the simplicity of life. Because when you do, when that's where you live, all these crazy things of this world don't touch you. You can watch them, you can observe them, you can be entertained by the happenings. But living with magic and miracles as a part of your life, and now beyond, is everything. And it can be very easy to get distracted. But you just gently pull yourself back. It's not even pulling, you gently just change your focus. Remind yourself. That's what we're here for, really, is to remind each other of a lot that we already know. Actually, everything we already know. We were moved away from that knowing that we came here with. So we're just simply putting out reminders, signposts, hopefully our messages are melting veils, these artificial veils that were created between ourselves and our experience of life. And more than anything, it's really about enjoying life more than anything. And to me, the simplicity part of it is, well, for me, it's this connection with nature. It's around us all the time. We can also go out into it. But when we let ourselves get so distracted by these crazy worldly things that aren't real in the sense of what real life is, we can lose sight. And I've noticed my powers of observation have become so much keener. They always were. I was always very observant, but I mean, I see a bird on a pole driving down the freeway, which surprises me. If there's a hawk or a bird of prey, I'll see it. And And it's just, it uplifts me every time. I don't have an explanation for it. But that connection, that connecting with nature, even last night on my walk through the park, this adorable little ferret showed up for me. I don't know if it was a baby or if they're just tiny, but he had this little mask on his face. He had like a white head and black around his eyes, and he kept looking at me and dart down in his hole, and it was, sunset was quickly approaching. It was just, I don't know if I've ever seen one of those actually, besides on, well, that's not true. My sister had a pet, one of those years ago, but it's just fun. And I got to walk by a red-tailed hawk in a tree. He had just caught some prey and was having his meal in this tree, not 10 feet from me, and he didn't leave because I was standing there watching him and videotaping him. But there's that I don't know the word for it. There's something about nature that is so unique that I am incredibly touched by. And that connection feels like it's keeping me connected with myself, my origin. It clearly is a part of following my spirit, which is another one of those absolute essentials of life, is following your spirit every moment, even if you're sitting in a chair. So that's one of the things that's happening here now, is more of that natural impulse to follow one's spirit is taking over. Excuse me. Or I should say, people are getting it back again. Like, more people are in their gardens during this time. It's interesting when people actually have time again. That's often the first place they go, is to weed their garden or to plant new things, flowers or tomatoes or it's such a rejuvenating thing to do, and to watch it when you plant new plants around your home, and then you get to see them grow. Oh, it's just so rewarding. There's nothing quite like that either. It's again that connection with the natural world and how things happen in the natural world. There's no rush. There's no rushing it. Everything goes at its own pace. It's not something that you can control. People do attempt to control it, but I mean, in the essence of what it is, it's not controllable. And so much of human craziness has been about control, power and control. So with this incredible slowing down time on planet Earth, things that have been really happening, that have been apparently covered up, not really, so much as been in plain sight, but everything is being revealed. Everything is coming to light that doesn't belong. How we treat each other, how we hold each individual. Each being brings so much value here. And I'm talking about the real value. and the way we've been valued through monetary means and otherwise is crazy. And I'm feeling an upswelling of, as people connect more and more with their spirits and are less and less distracted by some of the crazy things that go on down here. Everyone's individual, unique essence will be coming through and be shared with the world in a way that has never happened before. I'm so excited to be here at this time. It's glorious. It's like everyone is being let out of their prison cells. They can still choose to be in prison. Some people do that. They can create their own prisons very well. But I believe everyone is going beyond it. So once again, welcome to the world beyond magic and miracles. And you may have already started to feel some different things, whether it's in your physical body, whether it's in your experience of life. There's definitely a shift happening. And I don't even want to try to explain it because it doesn't really matter, the whys or the hows. What matters is that we're all feeling it. And don't be concerned because there may be things that show up that are a little bit different, or it's just, we just keep stepping through everything, especially when the focus is on following your spirit in whatever way that is for you, because we're all so unique. Everything, we can share our experiences, but we are all so amazingly different, wonderfully different. It makes it that much more fun when we come together and we celebrate and we laugh because of the differences. So I'm so excited right now. I'm about to bounce out of this chair. But I feel it like never before. I feel what I'm talking about. I feel the champagne bubbles. It's like living in it. It's like living in champagne bubbles. There's so much bubbling up and excitement and newness and when you know that what lays ahead is far beyond what you've ever experienced, I just don't know what else to say. So wherever you are, whether it's today, you're with us here live, or if you're watching this sometime in the future, may you feel this incredible wave of excitement. It's not a one-time event. It is the new way of being, of riding through life, of flying through life, it could be, you can be on a surfboard riding a wave, you can be on a raft riding a river, you can be soaring through the air. those feelings is the new, just a part of these new feelings that are just going to be a part of you. And you will notice the only thing that, well, one of the things that may sort of startle you for a moment into realizing that you're different or that things are different is the way the wild animals respond. They will be running away from you less and less, letting you into their fields more and more. It's an honor to be allowed in the field of a wild animal. They're magical creatures. And when you're in that feeling of playfulness and happiness and joy, they feel it and they want to be there with you. And it's glorious. So on that note, as you surf your wave, as the beautiful sparkles of water fly around you, the mist that flies around you, feel the coolness of it, feel the refreshingness of it all. There's nothing to do. Our actions will come from a different place, not from a have to do, but from a can't wait to do something, from a place of feeling inspired, not by some sort of obligation, but simply the inspiration that comes with following your spirit. So thank you, fabulous bird behind me. That's exactly what I mean. That sound makes me smile every time. And on that note, I just want to wish you all a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.